This is a special edition of Box News. Hello, citizens of Devoted. I am Worm Wizard here with a special report. I am here to cover the latest hunt that has driven the server crazy, released by Bonkill, the mod of Devoted. In case if you are not aware of what I am talking about, on Sunday, February 5th at around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Bonkill made a post on the subreddit with a link to a free text host page. Now, you need a password in order to see what the document contains, and he gave clues on how to find that. Today, I was partnered with Parker, or Futbucker, in game to figure out the trail of this hunt. Now, keep in mind, in case if you want to figure this out yourself, there are spoilers ahead.
Yo!
Hey, alright, yeah, I'm there.
Are you recording?
Yes, I am.
Alright, so I went on the subreddit this morning and I saw that there was this hint about some scavenger hunt. The password was MERSIN, Merson.
Merson. Why was that the password?
I can go find you the hint. Give me a sec.
Alright.
You find a document bearing the seal of one of the great empires from the islands destroyed in an apocalypse long ago. So, long ago. That tells you it's probably Devoted 2.0 or 1.0.
Yeah.
Island. Oh, okay. So, there were a lot of islands in Devoted 1.0 that it could be. But one of the great empires, well, you got to think about who that is. If you think about who controlled 1.0, it was the Merson guys. They had prot licenses, etc. They controlled the entire map. So I immediately just thought Merson, and I typed it in.
MERSIN. All right, we found the first clue. Now let's see how it puts together for the next part.
All right, so let me explain what all these things mean. So the chords are obvious. You just go to those chords, but you multiply them by 5/6, which is the ratio you want to use when building a vault. That's the slope that it's usually considered the most optimal. It's not actually the most optimal, but for the sake of the discussion, it's the most optimal vault slope. So you multiply those chords by 5/6, and then you get these new chords. I'm not going to do the math right now, but you go there, and it gives you a new link to go to, where you type in the next answer, and it says, don't forget to pay the tax when you get there. And the tax is something that happened in Devoted 1.0. Every time you went into the diamond biome, Diamond Island area, which was controlled by Aegis, or the pirates essentially, that you had to pay 64 iron ingots as a tax for going into the diamond area. So the answer to that next one was 64 iron.
So that is the password. All right, let's type it in. Congrats! You're well on your way to finding the report I stole. I left a trail of clues leading to my drop chest if I ever forgot where I had burned it. If you stumble across this trail on your own, well, I figure it's all fair. A bit of sport. Twice I had to retrace my steps along the river's mouth where it entered the lake, nearly missing the ruins. You'll find the next clue there.
All right, so that one took us a long time to figure out, even though I had initially gotten the right answer, but I dismissed it because let me just explain. So the river's mouth, I think about that, and immediately I think that must be Agora upon Delta from Devoted 2.0, because that was built upon a delta, a river's delta, and it's probably the most famous city built on a river. So first thing I did, I went to the rebuilt Agora in 3.0, which I helped build and was like a key member of at the beginning of the map. It's now abandoned. There was nothing there. So we went to the ruins of Old Agora, which was just a single bulletin board, which said something like, "I live off of memes, please help me." But there was nothing there helpful either. So I looked at the old Devoted 2.0 claims map, and I looked for the chords of Old Agora. So I traveled there. It was 1.8K, 6.6K. Those were the chords. Something like that. So I ran that way, and I hit world border. There was nothing there. So I moved along the world border, and eventually I found it. It was right there on a pillar of obsidian. There was a sign.
This sign was what Parker found. The letters below were the link to the next document. All we needed was the password.
And that takes you to our current hint that I am actually currently working on.
Did you think it was going to be that easy? Your next clue will be located in the smoldering ruins of the tower where items, replicated by mad scientists disobeying the laws of nature, went to rot. To unlock the next clue, just remember, I am a jack-o'-lantern with terrible teeth, and the children know I am fooling.
So there's a lot of things to get from this. One is I actually did find part of it, and it is this.
Okay, so that's a link for the next one, I assume.
Yes, and the way that I found that is that it was talking about the tower, and let me just give you that link.
All right.
So that's the one I'm currently working with. Correct. That's the one I'm currently working on. And I can't figure it out.
Parker and I spent about an hour on the puzzle. In that time, we got 2 other people to join us in solving this puzzle, Comrade Nick and Ashenwill. After much time, we finally figured it out. The poem and the clue at the bottom was the key. We just searched the words to the poem on Google, and it came up with the title, Theme in Yellow Poem by Carl Sandburg. We tried Sandburg as the password, and we managed to get to the next part. The message says, look for my treasure in the place where all knowledge is free, and it gives a link. The final password is a police officer's worst friend plus a raider's worst nightmare. 1 compound word, no spaces. So we looked at the image, and it was a statue. We thought about it, and we realized that it was Mount Augusta's library. We traveled there and found it ourselves, and that gave us the link for the new document, but what could be the password?
Okay, Raiders I just figured it out, guys. So are you recording, Worm Wizard?
Yes.
So let me read out to you the conversation I had with him. I said, I already knew that. You said that earlier. Like a compound word? Is it like prison plural? Or is it ladder string? He says, did you try it? Guess what my next response was? Oh my god. It's the code is ladder string.
We did it. Thanks to the work of Bucker, Comrade Nick, and Ashenwill, we managed to solve the final clue. This is what the document said. You broke the code. You find a small map that leads you to a hidden container. Inside is a single piece of paper. It has the same design as the pamphlet found earlier. It has the following heading: % resource found in new continent early expedition. And the following table. When you open the table, it shows you the increased chances of finding certain ores in certain biomes, which I think is pretty cool. Bonkill made a really cool scavenger hunt to get the server together to figure out what it solves, and it had a pretty good reward. I am Worm Wizard, and this is Box News. Thanks for watching.